Okay, so we're going to do some drill circles. Again, I'm just going to let you swing it and hit a little bit and just kind of watch. I'm going to be checking out your stance. Make sure you're looking at your grip. I'm going to watch your swing mechanics, all that good stuff. Okay, so you just goal is to hit that pitch. Okay. Okay, oh, good. But one of the things is we're not getting any kind of transfer or weight going this way, that's all. So one of the things what I'm telling Dad right there, it's maddy, right? Yeah. Okay. Is when you're hitting, your weight's going backwards. So what we're doing is we're actually hitting the ball and we're pulling off the ball. So what we want to think about doing is hitting and extend it through the ball so all our energy and force is going right up to that pitcher. Okay. Much better. Much better. Good. So what I want you to think about in this one is as we take our hands forward, I want you to really extend those hands. Not our head. We don't want our head to lean forward. We just want our hands to really extend forward to the pitcher. Here's going to be a little saying we talk about. We want our hands to be short to the ball, long through the pitcher. So what I want you to remember is short to, long through. Can you say that? Yeah, so what we want to do is we want a short, compact swing. Girls are not too far away. The pitching starts to get faster as we get a little bit older. So we want to make sure our hands are quick to the ball, but we want to be long through the pitcher. Okay? So
same with your golf swing.
Yeah. So we want to do with on this one, I want you to really finish long through that pitcher. All through that middle. Okay, so what you feel yourself go back that time? Okay, good. And that, see, my job is to explain when you make a mistake, that when you feel it, you're going to know, oh, I went backwards. So what do we got to do to change that? Get ourselves going forward. And that's how that stuff works. Okay? Good. Okay, not too bad. Okay. All right, so let's talk about a couple things. First of all, when we build a stance or our swing, we always start from the bottom. Just like if we're going to build this building, we want to start from the base and work up to the top of our body. Okay? So with our feet, we want to make sure our feet are slightly bigger than our shoulders, but we also want to make sure both toes are pointing towards home plate. We don't want to have any kind of duck feet where our feet are pointing out, especially on this back foot, because what has to happen with this back foot is you have to get those laces finishing towards the pitcher. And why that's important is we need to make sure our hips go from towards the plate to towards the pitcher so we can get our hands out here in front. Okay? We don't want to hit the ball back here in our stance. As far as our hands being there back in our stance, we want our hands as far out to the pitcher as we can. Also, as we're going to hit the ball, we want to think of our hands passing the side of the ball here. We don't want to go to the ball. Does that make sense? All right, so we want to take that knob of the bat and we want to bump the pitcher right in her forehead. So this time when you swing, I want you to take your left hand and I want you to bump that pitcher right in the forehead. You're still going to be able to swing through. But as you're taking those hands to the ball, knob to the pitcher's forehead. Good. Anytime you're working on a tee, you always want the ball to be just off that front side of your front knee. So when you strike, that ball wants to be just off the front tee so we can hit that ball in the knee. Okay? A couple more. Feet look good. Yeah, really reach out, and extend out the pitch. Okay, now what do we got to do with that back foot? Squash that bug and get those legs. And then technically, squash the bug is not the right term, but for us to understand what we're trying to do is to get this motion in, that's where that whole squash the bug comes. But actually, if we do things right, we're actually going to have a little bit of a 1-inch toe drag because our weight's going forward. That way we don't fall back on our back foot. Okay? Now I'm going to position your bat a little bit differently. So let's check your feet first. There you go. Bend those knees a little bit. The way that you can jump. Perfect. Okay, so now with our hands, your grip looks real good. What we're looking to do is we want these door knocking knuckles lined up. Okay, that's perfect. The way to tell if our door knocking knuckles are lined up, you just stick your pointer fingers up, we're looking for the twin towers. If we see the twin towers, we're good. If we see like an X, that's going to tell us our grip is off a little bit. And the reason why the grip's important, that when we make contact, we get to our contact position, we want to make sure that we got palm up, palm down with our hands. The way our bones are in our body, this is our strongest position to be in. So when the ball hits the bat, our bat pushes through the ball doesn't push the bat back. Okay, because if we get palm forward, palm backwards, and sometimes we do is when we get a little top ground ball, now we have nothing behind us, so now the ball kicks the bat back. We don't have enough force to go through that. So the grip is real good. Now as far as where we're going to position our bat, I want you to have the knob pointing to the ground. So it gets our barrel nice and tall. Here's why. I'm going to give you two paths that the bat's going to travel to contact. You tell me which one of these two is shorter to the ball, or quicker to the ball. Here's number one. Here's number two. Second one, a lot faster, right? So again, the quicker we get to the ball, it's short two, the faster we're going to have our bat speed and the more power we're going to generate. So all I want you to try is keep that back shoulder, or hands up by that back shoulder, going a little bit taller back than being on our shoulder. So I don't want that knob to point to me, just towards the ground. Okay, let's try that. Good. Perfect. Now we've got line drive. Okay, and that's what our goal is, to have line drives. Okay, very nice. Do that again. Perfect. Perfect. Much better. Okay. Now, with our lower half, I want you to think about taking that right knee to your left knee. Now, before you swing, I just want you to do this. Do the left. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to push off that right foot and kind of stride forward a little bit. Okay? So we want to use that and push. Almost like if we're leading, we have to go back to first base. We have to push to go to first base. That's the same thing. We want to push and drive this hip to the pitcher. Okay? Let's try that one more time. Bend the knees a little bit. There we go. No, that wasn't bad at all. That was good. Turn that leg again. Good. Stretch your feet first. Get those up. Good. All that. Yeah. Almost. All right. And it doesn't have to drag so far. All we really want to do is we want to be on this. When you load, you want to be your weight on this part of your foot, on this part of your knee. So if you look at Dan's knee, when I load and stride, I actually bend my knee down a little bit so I can push off the inside of my foot. That looks good. Nice. Nice. All right, when we line up to the plate, what I would do with my batters is where this corner is, I like to measure their belly button up with this corner. And then how to judge how far away from the plate you want to be, you just want to reach out and touch the middle. If you reach out and touch the middle and bring your back to contact position, our barrel covers the plate, and that's what we want to hit. Sometimes you see girls or guys even reach out and touch the outside part, but then when you come to contact, the hands are coming to the zone. What happens when you hit the ball off the hands? It hurts, and it doesn't go anywhere, right? That's not good. So all we want to do is touch the middle, belly button to this back corner, and that kind of lines us up pretty good. Okay. Let's do a couple more up and see if we hit that pitch. And really think about driving that back kick and those hands right through that pitch. Okay, not too bad. Now, when you had contact that time, did you feel your hands palm up, palm down, or did you feel them start to roll over a little bit? They started rolling a little bit, right? So, as you hit this ball, I want you to think about hitting through three balls, but you got to keep that palm up, palm down all the way out to hit that ball. Okay. That it, girl. Nice. How'd that one feel? That one looked good.
It looked good.
Nice. Good. Make sure that back foot squares up, girl. There you go. Nice tall hands, tall back. There you go. Okay, not too bad. Now, when we're finishing though, we really want to make sure we finish long through that pitcher. If we finish off to third base, what our bat does is actually goes from this long to this short. So we want to make sure we stay through that ball. That's why we have to say about hitting through three balls. If we stay through that ball, now our hands won't roll too early. A little